I donated my husband's vintage comic book collection after he refused to help with our flooded garage. My husband Mark has always been obsessed with his rare comics. He's got shelves lined with first editions, signed copies, and limited runs worth thousands of dollars. I used to admire his dedication, but over the years it became clear that his collection mattered more than anything else in our house. Last month, a sudden pipe burst in our garage and water started pouring in, soaking old boxes, holiday decorations, and my storage bins. I called Mark at work, begging him to come home early and help salvage what we could. He said he couldn't because he had a trade show to attend for his hobby, but promised he'd be home later. By the time he walked in, the garage was half underwater, and I was already stacking soaked boxes and tossing ruined items aside. Instead of helping, Mark went straight to check his comic shelves, muttering about how careful he'd been storing them. I stood there in disbelief. Our belongings were being destroyed, but his comics came first. I asked him to at least move some boxes out of the water, and he shrugged, saying they weren't damaged yet. That was it for me. I grabbed several of his most expensive comics, ripped them out of their sleeves, and tossed them into the trash, making sure they were completely soaked. Mark came running when he saw me, shouting and calling me insane. I told him I'd had enough of watching him prioritize paper over family. For the first time, he dropped the attitude and helped me drag wet boxes, mop the concrete, and salvage what we could. By evening, the garage was semi-dry and the damage contained. The funny thing is, after his precious comics were ruined, he actually seemed relieved to focus on the cleanup instead of obsessing over his collection. And I realized that sometimes the things someone treasures most need to be destroyed to make them see what really matters.